Now here at 5:30, exact change not needed for this bus fare. Is the Alison Grimes campaign paying too little to her father's company that owns her campaign bus? Well, the national website Politico was reporting that the Grimes campaign may be getting too sweet of a deal from a company that's owned by Grimes' father, Democratic power broker Jerry Lundgren.
But the Grimes campaign is firing back late this afternoon, showing bus quotes which prove the campaign has done nothing wrong. WHAS 11's political editor Joe Arnold is here to sort it all out. Joe?
Yeah, I called several transportation companies today to ask them for a fair market rate to rent the kind of bus that's used by the Grimes campaign. Now, each of those companies tell me they would charge 2 to 3 times the $456 daily rate estimated by Politico, a rate they told me was so low that a bus company would lose money if it charged that amount. But the Grimes campaign has produced this quote from a Tennessee company, which is in line with that rate. It's the rolling billboard that carries Democratic Senate hopeful Alison Grimes across Kentucky. And it could also be a rolling campaign finance violation. Not because the bus is owned by her father, that's okay.
I'm just a father, okay?
But according to a Politico report, Federal Election Commission records show Jerry Lundgren's company is charging his daughter's campaign far less than what bus companies say is the going rate for similar bus rentals.
Well, the problem would be that the company that's renting her the bus for under fair market value is making an illegal political contribution to her campaign, and her campaign is accepting an illegal political contribution.
Corporations are not allowed to make contributions to campaigns. An attorney for the Grimes campaign says the bus rental does comply with election laws because the campaign obtained quotes for the rental cost of a comparable vehicle from other providers and arrived at a reasonable reimbursement cost. But Mitch McConnell's campaign manager says Alison has a lot of tough questions to answer about how her family and their corporate interests have improperly subsidized her political operation. The Politico story about Grimes' father comes nearly 2 weeks after a Yahoo News story about McConnell's wife, Elaine Chao, serving on the board of Bloomberg Philanthropies, which is bankrolling an anti-coal campaign. Standing in front of his own campaign bus, McConnell linked Grimes to that story's release.
If I were my opponent and had a father like Jerry Lundgren, I don't think I would want to be taking shots at Mitch McConnell's wife.
Grimes says the Chao story raises serious questions that Senator McConnell is going to have to answer. Yet 25 years after her father resigned from the State House amid ethics charges related to his catering company, Grimes is now facing questions of her own about him and his bus. Now again, the Grimes campaign has provided this quote from a Tennessee transportation company which falls in line with what Lundgren's company is charging his daughter's campaign. The Grimes campaign calls that political story a hit job from the McConnell campaign and a distraction from the news stories about Elaine Chao's board fees from Wells Fargo and Bloomberg Philanthropies. Joe Arnold, WHAS 11 News.
Very interesting. Thank you, Joe. Well, we